Hey guys, what's up? This is the last YouTube video I'm ever going to make. First thing I'm going to do is give you a quick bullet pointed list of everything that you need to know about this channel and what it means for the TechSlugs overall. For those of you who don't want to sit through and watch this whole thing. So the first thing is that I am completely done making videos on this channel. There's a 95% chance I'm done. That other 5% I'll explain a little bit more in detail in this video. The second thing is I sold most of my smartphones. As you can see, this used to be my setup and there's nothing there right now. But I haven't sold everything and I'm not completely done earning with smartphones and computers. I'll explain that further as well. And then the third thing is the website, the Facebook group, everything's going to stay up. All of it, but it's not going to be monitored. If you send an email to any of the TechSlugs emails, no one's going to get back to you. There might be an autoresponder that reminds you of that. Any Facebook page requests of questions, I'm not going to get back to you. The TechSlugs, nothing. Twitter, same thing. The only thing is if you do have something to say or you want to contact me about anything related to the TechSlugs, any questions, you can either post it on the Facebook group and ask anybody. I'll leave the Facebook group up. I'm going to maintain it still. I'm also going to be around there. Or you can send a personal PM to my Facebook profile. I'd be okay with that. I'm still going to update the website one last time. I'm going to slap on my current opinions in the Getting Started series for people on what I think you should do if you're still doing this, and just cut to the chase. I wrote that Getting Started series a while ago when things were a lot different. That doesn't affect a lot of you, but if you're new, it could affect you. So anyway, now I just want to talk for the rest of this video. This is the last video I'm going to make. I want to start by explaining the TechSlugs when I first started this. And then I'm just going to lead into my opinions on it now and such. So I started doing this back in 2013, earning with smartphones. And the first app I used was App Trailers, and back then it was its own company, App Redeem Inc. Incorporated, I believe. Then Perk bought it, and then it was a Perk app. But anyway, that was App Trailers. I used it on my main phone for a while. Mid-2014, I discovered the idea of multiple smartphones, and for mid-2014, it kept growing from there. More smartphones, more stuff was coming out, more developers were developing. I'd grow, make more money. 2015, the end of it, was the first time I made more than $1,000 a month. And then, as usual, the winter months are always horrible, after December, that is. And I didn't make anything really then, but pretty much every month, excluding the winter months, I was able to make over $1,000 a month and I got close to $2,000 a month in 2017 for the whole year, but I never quite made over $2,000 a month. The phones in October, the same amount of phones. In fact, I had more phones this year, I think, for a while than I did at the end of 2017. The same phones, maybe $2,000 a month. In October, made me a couple hundred. And so that's when I decided, all right, this is just about done here. And I'd seen that coming. I always thought it was going to happen someday, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, it had reached that point. And I also know that nobody else is really making any money because my referrals are not earning a lot of money. And what you should take from that, a lot of people have always attacked me like, oh, you put all the referral money in your routines and that's not actual money you're making from phones and computers. That was real money I was making from phones and computers and not referrals. I separated everything except Ulotto. Ulotto was the one thing. There was no good tracking system for me to simply subtract a number from the whole number and get what I was actually earning. And yeah, I do make money with referrals. I have this channel. I've always said you can use it if you want. I don't care either way, but apparently people have wanted to use the code. I had a lot of referrals with stuff. And yeah, the point I was trying to make with that, though, with referrals, is that nobody else is making any money. There was no money left, really, in the system here. There is some stuff that's still working that I'd recommend, and actually now I'm going to cut to some footage of me just giving one last room tour of what I'm using. So this is the setup that remains. As you can see, a lot sold. This used to be covered, and like I said, you can look at the cards for previous setup videos, but it looks generally the same way. The one thing I did do was, since I have less phones, I scooted over all the phones and added this fan here. Just to keep things cooler. I remember I talked about timers that help prevent battery bloating before. Actually, fans help a lot more, as I had learned. That runs on the low setting for basically all the time. So basically, this is how it works. So these 2, 4, 6, these phones I use Perk apps with. And then we scoot over here. This is a buffer, basically. Excuse me, not yeah, not this phone. This phone right here, sorry. Perk phones are separated by this one right here. This is paid to download apps that are kind of passive only for Android, like an app like, it's a Moto G 4th generation. It's a nicer phone. And then this one, I use Swagbucks stuff with, Swagbucks apps. And then here, 5 phones on UWatch. I just went with a 5 phone limit that I thought I read on Reddit for the Lotto apps now. And then these 2, 4, 5. These are on the Lotto app, the original Lotto app. And then these engage me. I don't bother using a computer anymore. I'll talk about that in a minute. These 2, 4, 5. These are UWatch, the other app that Lotto had. And then up here, these 5 are what's it called? On the Go TV. These apps are all basically the same. I don't know why they keep releasing new apps, but yeah, there's 5 on there too then. And then why is there extra? Well, I just wanted to keep 4 USB hubs to keep about 40 spots, but like I said, there's only about 30, 31 here. And then as usual, I got these wire snakes. You remember I've had these since 2016 to really help keep the wires super clean on my setup. I had them up here before too. And then all the wires I had behind this box. Keeps everything pretty nice looking in my room, which I want. And then up here, I sold all of the nice phones I had, like the Moto G 3rd generations. I got $30 for each of those, and I had like 15 or 20, which was pretty nice. Just to get rid of those, because it's definitely better off selling them than keeping them for whatever penny they'd make. But these up here, these are extra phones that really don't get much for selling them. This is actually my second phone I just keep with me to test new apps out. Maybe I'll get rid of that too. But yeah, I kind of like having a second phone for reliability purposes too. But these are phones I wouldn't get much for if I sold them, so I just keep them as spares. So if one of these decides to die on me, I'll just pull a battery out from here if it's the battery or if it's the whole phone, because I am not going to spend another penny on any of this. So that this will hopefully sustain it for as long as what it is works. And then second fan for summer here. This is just my desk. Like I said, I'm not doing anything on computers anymore. This computer is mainly just for me right now. Just doing other stuff, camera setup. And then here was the network equipment. I actually bought a Ubiquiti HD. And I actually don't need it anymore. This is when I had like 80 devices. Something was wrong with the Pro I had in my room. Maybe I could sell that, make $100 and buy a Ubiquiti Pro, or just not bother with it. Then this switch was, I totally bought this in the frenzy of making a lot of 2017 money with smartphones and computers. I thought I needed this really high-end switch from Ubiquiti. I really don't need that. Maybe I can sell that too. And then a power line that goes to the basement. I made a video on that like the beginning of 2017 or something. This computer I could sell. It doesn't do anything anymore. It used to be Earnably or something. UPS system, I'll definitely keep that. So yeah, that's what everything looks like right now. As I said, I'm not using any computers anymore to earn. Just about 30 smartphones with stuff that I still think is worth it. What do I think you should do? If you're brand new, I'm just going to tell you that you're at the worst time. I probably wouldn't even bother. If you want to get some devices and you just look at what's actually earning for me, then yeah, you could still make a profit with it, but it's very small, and keep it on the sideline. That's my second point. Even if you're still here and you've had this stuff, sure, keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it, but just remember that you don't want to work for less than you're worth. So yeah, just take advantage of it while it lasts, and I'm putting it on low power mode. This has always been a hobby for me. I don't know if any of you know this, but I'm actually a college student right now. That's priority number 1, get my degree. But this is in the compartment of hobbies, and this one's going to take a really small chunk of that now. It's done for me. And I'm kind of sad that this hobby is basically done for me. I put a lot of time into this YouTube channel when everything was booming, and I thought it was worth it. But I'm kind of relieved too. I can do something else now, or look into other things. And if I do end up making YouTube videos about something else, you're not going to see it here, because I know the reality is y'all were here for the smartphone money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to bombard you with anything new I decided to do on YouTube or whatever. I think this channel is so niche. If I did reuse this channel, I'd probably change the name. And make a notification video or something that I'm switching to new content. If it's about money, I'd be more likely to keep it here, but even then, I'm not sure. what I should do. You can leave your opinion too below or whatever you want. I don't care in the comments. And then of course the last part of that 5% chance of me making videos here again is the fact if this comes back. But as you saw, my opinion, I really don't think it's coming back. If this were a stock, I would definitely be shorting this. I don't think it's going anywhere, but hey, you never know. Anyway, you guys have a great holiday. It's around Christmas, the time of this filming. And yeah, just good luck on everything. It's been a pleasure, and I've really enjoyed helping you guys over the years. Everybody who's asked me about such and said I helped them make X money for this or X money for that. And yeah, goodbye guys.